In this video we will tackle Unit 10 Part 1 Obsessions. This part of Unit 10 covers Present Perfect Simple, Present Perfect Continuous, language practice exercises, then a reading passage followed by a reading comprehension exercise. As with any other tense in English, this tense can be used in the affirmative, negative, and a question. In the affirmative, the formula is a subject followed by either has or have, depending on whether the subject is plural or singular. Then a verb in the past participle and a complement, like I've met him recently. In the negative, the formula is a subject followed by has or have, plus not, plus a verb, the past participle, and a complement, such as I haven't met him recently. In the question, the formula is has or have plus a subject plus verb, the past participle, and a complement, then a question mark. Like, have you met him recently? What is very important to Arab learners of English is the use of this tense. The present perfect simple can be used to talk about unfinished actions that started in the past and are still true in the present. يعني هذا الزمن عادة يستخدم للأشياء التي بدأت في الماضي ولكنها ما زالت موجودة في الوقت الحاضر. على سبيل المثال I've known John for 3 years. يعني أنا أعرف جون منذ 3 سنوات وما زلت أعرفه. The second use is that it's often used when we are talking about how much or how many. This is not possible with the present perfect continuous. الاستعمال الثاني هو عادة نستخدمه من نحكي عن كمية أو عن عدد. فنشوف الأداتين how much و how many فالأفضل أنه نستخدم الزمن المضارع التام البسيط. For example, she has drunk 3 cups of coffee this morning. She has drunk at least a liter of coffee today. The third use is that it's used when the action is finished and the result comes from the action being finished. والحالة الأخيرة نستعمل عندما يكون الحدث قد انتهى لكن نتائج هذا الحدث ما زالت ملموسة وما زالت تدل على حدث آخر قد يحدث في الحاضر أو في المستقبل. For example, I've eaten dinner, so let's go out. This tense is often confused with present perfect simple. In this slide we will talk about the formula of this tense, and then in the next slide we will talk about how to use this tense. In the affirmative, the formula of this tense is subject followed by either has or have, plus been, plus a verb in the past participle and a complement. For example, she has been studying on end. In the negative, the formula is a subject followed by has or have, plus not, plus been, plus a verb in the past participle and a complement, such as she hasn't been studying on end. In the question, it's has or have plus subject plus been plus a verb in the past participle and a complement, and the sentence is ended with a question mark, like has she been studying on end? Now we will be talking about how to use the present perfect continuous. First, this tense can also be used to talk about unfinished actions that started in the past and are still true in the present. For example, she has been living here for 3 years. يعني هذا الزمن كذلك نقدر نستخدمه للحديث عن أشياء لم تنتهي بعد، بدأت في الماضي وما زالت موجودة في الوقت الحاضر. يعني نفس الاستخدام بالزمن السابق، لكن الفرق هنا يكون هنا نأكد على الفعل نفسه أو على الحدث نفسه. بالزمن المضارع التام البسيط نأكد على الحالة كحقيقة وليس كحدث. Second use is that it's used to emphasize the length of time that has passed. For example, they have been waiting for hours. 3. The present perfect continuous often focuses on the action itself, while the present perfect simple focuses on the fact that the action is completed. I have reading the book you recommended. The present perfect continuous is used when the result comes from the action itself. It doesn't matter if the whole action is finished or not. The result is often something we can see, hear, smell, or feel. I have been eating dinner, so there are plates all over the table. And finally, the present perfect continuous can be used to emphasize that something is temporary. She has been running a lot recently. And here is a short comparison between the present perfect simple and the present perfect continuous. It's not comprehensive, but it's very useful for EFL learners. The present perfect simple focuses on the result. Like, you've cleaned the bathroom, it looks lovely. While the present perfect continuous focuses on the activity. I've been gardening, it's so nice out there. The present perfect simple tells us how many or how much. Like, should read 10 books this summer. The present perfect continuous tells us how long. Like, she's been reading that book all day. The present perfect simple describes a completed action. I've written you an email. The present perfect continuous describes an activity which may continue. I've been writing emails. Also, with the present perfect continuous, we can see evidence of recent activity, like the grass looks wet. Has it been raining? This task is for language practice. Here, students are required to choose the correct form of the verb. They can choose the present perfect simple or the present perfect continuous. هنا الاختيار يكون على أساس الاستعمال. احنا بالسلايدات السابقة حكينا عن استعمال كل زمن وبعدين سوينا مقارنة بيناتهم. فهنا نقرأ الحالة ونشوف أي استعمال يكون أنسب، الزمن المضارع التام البسيط أو الزمن المضارع التام المستمر. بهذا التمرين المطلوب من عندنا هو تصحيح الفعل. يعني عندنا فعل بين قوسين راح نخلي الفعل أما بالزمن المضارع التام البسيط أو بالزمن المضارع التام المستمر. بحسب الحالة نقرأ الجملة ونشوف على أي حالة تنطبق من حالات استعمال الزمن المضارع التام البسيط أو الزمن المضارع التام المستمر. تقدر ترجع للسلايدات السابقة وتشوف عن أي حالة تتكلم الجملة. Short reading passage about Tony. Tony has made a big bill for a phone. Now you are required to make questions for the given answers. هنا المطلوب من عندك هو تكوين سؤال، أما باستخدام الزمن المضارع التام المستمر أو الزمن المضارع التام البسيط. فنقرأ القطعة ونجي نشوف الأجوبة اللي عندنا 5 أجوبة. عندنا منطينا 3 months, his friends، ومنطينا ويا كل إجابة أداة استفهام وفعل أو فقط أداة استفهام. فالمطلوب من عندنا تكوين سؤال لهذه الإجابة. Thank you so much. If you have any questions or need help, please let me know.